Morning. Welcome to Buck Don't Know Shit. It's another beautiful day in Texas, beautiful day in the garage. In today's video, we are going to continue work on the engine, removing the oil pan, timing chain cover, and then cleaning the block up, getting it ready for paint. And I think we're gonna paint a few things also, which is my favorite thing to do. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, leave some comments. Let's get started. What are you doing, Carlie? Painting, cleaning, looking good. These are just inner wheel well, whatever, panels, front and back, both sides. Just de-rusting the back sides of them and getting some fresh paint on them. They look good. Good. This is the back sides. They look brand new, actually. Turned out real well. Not that you'll ever see that, but they are clean. Yep, under here pulling the old oil pan. Got two more bolts. Can't get with a ratchet on the drill. So I'm gonna have to wrench them little guys. Yeah, you can see it in the shadow there. One on each side, but yeah, not a big deal. And we'll pull this old pan off and pull the timer chain cover off and the old fuel pump and the oil filter. Get all this stuff out of here and see what we're doing with it. Got the fuel pump off, took it off, the filter off of it. It's very clean. I got the oil pan bolts all off. It is loose, but it's kind of in a bind. I can't get it pulled out. I'm gonna see if I get this timing chain cover off. Maybe that gives me, and get probably the bottom gear off. I don't know. It's probably the oil pump. I'm thinking there is a way to pull it off, get it to where the pan will slide out, and hopefully I don't have to remove that sway bar, but we'll see. Let's see what we got. Yes. Timing chain is loose. So the timing chain cover. Cut it off. And there's some slot in it. Might have to take the actual filler tube part. I see two nuts to that. Should be able to get to them, and they fall off, and then kind of fall in the pan, and then I think it'll let me pull it out. I'm gonna do some thinking. Got one more bolt I got to get off there. Okay, so we can't get the oil pan out because there's a crankshaft and it's got a big counterbalance on the bottom of it. So we got to turn this engine until that counterbalance is out of the way. So just start turning this that way. Yep, we should be able to do it. Right, there you go. Let's check it. Turn it a little more. Can you see the pistons moving? Yeah. Something else holding it up. Don't know. Huh?
Is there something in the back holding it up?
No, it's hit. Some hit the can inside. It's not letting it come forward anymore. Carlie for the win. Look at that child. Oh, dirty. Working hard. Cleaning parts. Painting parts. What else we get done today? We're gonna have to get the inside of these fenders. Maybe tomorrow. Are you gonna feel like working tomorrow? Yeah, we'll do them tomorrow. I'll have to put some blankets on the ground or something. Just cleaning, painting all these little parts that go everywhere. These are radiator bracket, radiator rubber, shroud, I guess. She's getting to some of these interior parts now. I mean, they all have to be clean, painted. That goes on top of the radiator. Getting the radiator overflow. Got the horns all nice and clean and painted. That is center console bucket. More of the radiator shroud. I did those yesterday, all the bumper brackets. Got the inside of the bumper. She ended up painting the rough side of these today. Got all that done. And all I've done is that. Haven't gotten very far. But she is definitely outworking me today. So this is all going very, very well. Looks great. Looks great. All right, so Carlie and me are both done for the day, and I had to stop and cook and do some things and make excuses for not getting much done. We didn't get started till 1:30 today. I had a thing I had to go take care of this morning. You can see she did a ton of work. These are all things, and we're not done. She's getting in the bin here of miscellaneous trim pieces and parts and mostly interior stuff. Cleaning it all up. Say she's doing an excellent job. Where I'm at on this, I essentially got it. I had to take that oil filter off because it's got to kind of come sideways to get out of here. It doesn't get down low enough to clear underneath this front cross member. But yeah, you had to pull the old sump out. I don't think the old pump has to come out, although the book says it does. You have to get the camshaft in the right position. I did have to pull the sway bar, you see, because it would hit right here and you couldn't go below it. Maybe with the smaller sway bar, and that might be why the smaller sway bar had another kind of indentation out here. Maybe with it would miss, but with that one it does not miss. So more parts. Kind of move some stuff around. I showed y'all that earlier. She painted that. Got all the inner fender skirt stuff painted. I did the inside of the bumpers yesterday, so they're rust treated and painted. All we got to do is polish them, which I'm not going to do till we're like ready to put it back on the car, because it's going to get moved around and scuffed up, and no sense in doing that. I did get a new water pump in yesterday. I still want to clean up things like the compressor, alternator. Of course, I'm not painting that, but it can be cleaned. It all looks great. She does a great job. She repainted these, getting a new fresh coat on there. I told y'all she's doing green accents for some reason, but we will see how it looks. But it's gonna be fine. She loves green. I got her a maroon car, so. I found a green Mustang and I thought she would like it. It was like a 66 coupe, maybe 67, and it was cool. It's a daily driver. I thought she would love it, and there was something about it, the way the wheel, I don't know. You know how kids are. But she likes Mustangs, but it's got to be the right Mustang, right wheels and everything on it. This one didn't have the cool look, so she was like, no. I was like, damn, because it was cheaper and would have been easier to work on. But what are you doing?
They didn't accept the driving log. You have to redo it.
They didn't accept it?
No.
What did they say?
The student's name and permit / learner driver's license number is missing. A maximum of only 1 hour per day of behind the wheel instructions can be applied to the 30 hours. Several dates were listed for more than 1 hour. Each individual line in the far right column needs to be completed with the instructor's signature/initials and the instructor license number.
Alright, finally got this oil pan off. You just had to get it positioned just the right way, and eventually it just slipped out. But it did have to pull. I went ahead and pulled that once I had the oil pan like where I could move it all the way forward, and I was able to get to that other nut. That had to come out pretty early on, but you could get to both of those easily. You had to have the crankshaft positioned in the right spot. So got it all out. Yeah, the oil pan, it was a little sludgy. I guess that's to be expected. I don't see any metal in it, so that's good. Like, I believe that's the magnet. No metal on it at all. Like there's little debris down there, nothing metal. So good news on that. You know, transmission pan was very clean. This is very clean. The cylinders, I think you can see it's got like some cross hatching. I think that's what that's called, and I think that's fine. You can see the carbon is right at the very top, and it is like you can't really feel the ledge. That cylinder's a little darker at the top, but they're all various states of the same thing, and all the pattern in it looks like that. So I'm saying we're good on cylinders. One thing I'm gonna have to do, I gotta come in and clean these head surfaces off, get all the gasket material off, take my time with that, razor blades, cleaners, and then if I, emery cloth, things like that. And then if I have to, I'll use a file where I have to, I guess, would be the next step. I think the thing to do now, which I need to get under this car, I need to get the sway bar out of the way, get under the car, and start cleaning. It's gonna suck to clean under this car, like cleaning the engine block and on my back. As I've dug into this car, I'm happy with it. I spent too much money on the car for sure. For sure I did. But the old girl is in pretty good shape. There has not been many surprises. I knew the floor pans would probably be in bad shape, and they were. We fixed all that, but the body is really, really good shape. Really good shape. So it's a solid car. It is a very solid car. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but just delaying the inevitable. Back on my back. It's gonna be fun. Gonna be fun. All right, let me get to work. Got some rain. Cooled it off, huh? Carlie is prepping the inside of the fender. Say hi, Carlie.
Hello.
Just going to get some more primer in the spots that need it. So, cleaning that up, getting it ready. I pulled all these lifters out just to check them. Don't really know what I'm looking at, but they all came out no problem. So I guess that's a good sign. They all look pretty much identical, nothing outstanding, but I just pulled them out, inspected them, put them back in. So that is the extent of my lifter inspection. So not gonna pull the cam, I don't think. Carlie! Gotta get some video footage, that's what. Ain't been video and shit all day, been listening to music. Look at that. Got the inside of the front fenders clean. Getting some primer on them. And they'll be good for another 30, 40 years. Ain't that right, Carlie? How long you guarantee that job for? You don't know? Alright. That didn't give me much confidence. I am over here scrubbing on this block. Getting all this gasket material off of it. It is coming off slowly. Razor blade, emery cloth. I need to look at what else I can use. No, I don't want to get anything too aggressive, but there are some stubborn areas that don't want to come clean. Not quite. I mean, they're pretty good. I still got a lot to get off of there. You know, like down in here, there's to touch, it feels fine, but run a razor blade over it and it's still some stuff coming up. So I just got to keep scrubbing on it, I guess. All right, one head, or not head, but head surface, engine block head surface. I don't know. That is clean, ready to put a head on. Took some work, elbow grease, it cleaner and all that stuff. And right now I have it sprayed down with some white lithium grease. Wiped the inside of the cylinders, cleaned everything up first, and just put some grease on it so I don't get any flash rusting or anything. It is very humid here. And guys, I was kind of, before I really got to looking at this, I was kind of like, you know, I'll be able to fix this, but it looks like it got dented, and right there, I'm thinking somebody came in and welded this up. It got cracked. They welded it. Well, it's fine. It would work, but it's functional, right? So I'm going back and forth on, do I want to change this out and have a good oil pan in it, or just leave it be? I don't know. I go back and forth. It is a job pulling this out of the car. Sway bar, timing chain cover, it's a job. If you had your pulleys and everything, you'd have to get all that crap off. So personally, I think I would, I don't know. They're not cheap though. These, I was surprised how much these are. They're, I think they're $300, or, you know, if it had been like $100, $150, no doubt I would have bought it. When you start talking about $300, then it's kind of like, do I really need it? Okay, got the top part of the engine gasket surface, sealing surfaces cleaned. I have them basically white lithium grease on them to keep them from rusting, so they look a little off in places. That's what you're seeing there, but it is ready for heads. Okay, I'm calling the face of this sucker clean. Looks good, got all the gasket material off of it. I am gonna go ahead and hit it with some white lithium grease spray. Probably hit the tops of the block too one more time.
The next day.
We got the lightweight intake here, and I am just cleaning this underside off. The main purpose here, get these sealing surfaces cleaned. This is where it attaches to the head, of course. Scraping and cleaning, that's what we're doing here. Alright, second surface cleaned up, and saying this thing would be ready to mount in the car, but we are going to flip it over. I do got to clean, I think, the valve cover gasket surface. Yep. Clean that up and clean the top of it up and degrease it real good. Put some heat on it and put some Ford blue on this thing. Hopefully today. I think I'm going to. I am going to clean this guy up, clean that guy up. Probably will go ahead and paint these also while I'm painting this. I may just do a black on that. I don't know. Definitely going Ford blue on the timing chain cover. Got a little bit more cleaning to do on it, but on the inside there, not that it has to be, but you know, just get it nice and clean before it goes back in the car. So got a little work to do on those, but that won't be bad. I forgot how dirty this sucker was. It really needs a pressure washing, but the pressure washing, I'd have to carry it all the way to the end of this house, all the way around my backyard, all the way behind the house to about right back there somewhere. And I don't feel like doing that. So it's cleaning up, putting a little wheel of joy there. The brushes are getting pretty short on that dude. I have used the shit out of that guy. These are great. They really are. They get in very tight places and do a good job getting down in these corners. You're not going to get with a cut brush. So even a small one. And again, we are not show car quality here, but we do want it to look nice and be fairly clean as you can get it through mechanical. And this is not microband. It is actually degreaser, just repurposing a bottle here. But microband is good cleaner, good household cleaner if y'all need some. I love it. Smells good, seems clean good, and yeah, anyway, and the bottle's reusable. So I'm just going to hit this with degreaser one more time, wipe it down. I do got to still get this gasket off this side. Yeah, just general cleaning, a little bit more. Now I'll probably hit it with super clean or simple green, super green, whatever it is. Just green color. I like it too. It seems very simple green. Yeah, it seems to work good on actually cleaning things at the end versus the degreaser. Just degreases mainly. And then I'll probably hit it with heat after that to draw the moisture out of this cast iron, cast steel, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, we'll wick the moisture out of it and let it cool off and get it ready to paint. Yeah, this is one of those things, y'all, when you're working on these cars that will eat into your day. If you're in a shop like mine and you don't have extra set of hands to do this busy work all the time. Karlie is leaving today, and my stepson is at his dad's today. We're going to pick him up later. So, yeah, this would be a good job for your kids. So, did some research on this carb. So this is a, you can see it on there. I think it's a 80457 Holley carburetor, and with the electric choke. Secondary vacuum, there's your vacuum line, but it's 600 to 700 CFM. I think 600 is what they call it, but it's up to 699 is the range. So that is what we're going to stick with for now. So this is something new. I was trying to find like how new it is. The date on it is 2/270. So the first number is the last year. So all I know is it was made in 72, 82, 92, 2002, so on and so forth. Some decade that ends with a 2, and then on the 270th day of that year. Not a very good date convention, in my opinion, where you have to guess at the decade. But that's what it is. So we don't know how old the carb is. But I'm assuming it is newer, like last 20 or 30 years. So we're gonna roll with it. I did get a rebuild kit, all of it. I mean, just looking at it externally, It looks pretty clean. That'll be it for a later date, because I've never rebuilt a carburetor. And I may not still. I mean, it looks pretty clean. Now, I just watched a video on Uncle Tony's Garage where he was recommending Edelbrock carburetors for, you know, the daily driver. And a guy like me that doesn't have a lot of experience with carburetors, and the Edelbrocks are just more simple. You can fix them easier when something breaks. And the Hollies are great for racing, but for your day-to-day mechanic, or not even mechanic, hobbyist like me, that the Edelbrock is a better carburetor. I don't know. I mean, it made sense. And look, he was saying for racing, yes, go with Holly. But for this application, it seemed like he would prefer to use Edelbrock. But we're set up with a Holly, so Holly is what we're going to run. Linkage and everything is all set up for that carburetor. I don't feel like trying to figure all that out, although I don't think it'd be too hard. Shouldn't change much, but I don't know. What I don't know is, will Edelbrock fit this just fine? Yeah, that I don't know. So, or would I have to change the intake? Which one day we may do that. But for today, for now, we're sticking with the original intake. The only thing we're going to have different on this engine is we are now going to have headers if they fit. That's a big if, but for now, that's the only thing we're changing. All right, welcome to Buck Don't Know Shit. It is another day in the garage, another hot, humid day. It's very humid today. Like, feels like I'm walking in soup or something. It's bad. So, yeah, it's just one, you know, some days you walk out here in the morning and it's like, it don't feel too bad today. And then other days you're like, it's hard to breathe. The air feels thick. I don't know if you've never lived in this environment. There's just those days where you know, the sweat is not wicking off your body. It is just going to accumulate. So, and you can turn on fans and all that, and it helps. And I will get them going here in a minute. But I got one little guy going. But yeah, it's going to be humid. So, and I'm painting today, which is terrible, but because it'll take like 3 days to dry. But I don't have a choice. I have to paint. Pretty good, y'all. Gotta hit it no more. It's definitely faster than going around trying to put it in my hand with a razor blade or something like that. Alright, got water pump primed. Yeah, I'm gonna let these dry tonight and go enjoy the rain. I think it's not nighttime yet, it's only 12, but I'll probably do a little bit more cleaning parts and things like that. But yeah, so this is Hurricane Barrel, however you say it. It's a very weird name. I think we're running out of hurricane names. Putting on some Ford Blue on something, finally. I'm kind of been excited about this. This is, so like this blue on this timing chain cover is much darker than this, but this kind of matches more what like the valve covers look like on it, lighter blue. So kind of like the dark blue more, I think, but I don't know. I just like the blue. It looks good when you lift the hood up. in my opinion. So, yeah, there it is. Blue. Very, very blue. That's what we're going with, at least on these components. I'm pretty sure I'll do the heads in blue also. The headers are going to be black.